Okay, hello everyone. My name is Yulia Tereshchenko. I am a PhD student from Kyiv National Economic University. And the topic of our today's presentation is sustainable development strategies in the field of tourism and recreation in war conditions. Here's our agenda. We'll talk about tourism and recreation in Ukraine and the current situation in this field. New cases, strategies, and instruments. Okay, so tourism is considered one of the most profitable sector of the economy around the world, and it significantly enhances the quality of life and well-being of Ukrainians by stimulating spending in related sectors of economy, such as transportation, trade, and food services, leading to a multiplier effect. In 2019, this indirect impact accounted for 7% of GDP and created 1.2 million jobs. Next, the scale of the impact of military operation in Ukraine is still difficult to fully access because full-scale war continues now. But in February 2022, war with Russia paralyzed the tourism industry and came to a virtual standstill. Many territories in the east, north, and south of Ukraine are mined, and this is about 30% of the entire area of the country. The full-scale war presents new challenges for industry, which include several problems such as zones of occupation and active military operation are dangerous not only for tourists, but also for all of us. And there are many losses of significant part of the nature, historical, and cultural potential of tourist areas. Also, the destruction of tourism and transport infrastructure. Tourism in Ukraine is losing a very significant amount of finance. Firstly, this is due to a decrease in a total number of tourists. There were about 4 million foreign tourists in 2020. But in 2022-2023, we can see that this figure decreased fourfold. The situation is quite similar also for domestic tourism, also due to the active hostiles, threats of missile strike and mine tourist areas. 13 of 24 regions were left largely without tourism. So we chose the steeple analysis method, which allows us to describe the factors of the external environment, their positive and negative impact on the development of the company in the tourism industry. The analysis methodology involves the authors formulating characteristics of individual subfactors and their assessment for market participants. The survey was conducted in November 2023 and covered 33 respondents representing companies operating in the tourism and recreation sector. This diagram that you can see on our slide Below demonstrates the greatest impact of economic, social, political, and environmental factors on the activities of travel companies. Accordingly, when formulating a company's development strategy, they should be taken into account in the first place. In our study, we also analyzed several tourism projects and described the unique experience of these companies successful operating during the war. But in this presentation, we'll took only two of them. This is Hata Honchara and the Bur Camp. Both of these projects are related to supporting Ukrainian citizens during the war, helping people from occupied territories and rebuilding the deoccupied territories, are creating a new forms of tourism right now. The study of successful practice and cases of domestic entrepreneurs made it possible to formulate a list of possible strategic decisions of tourism market participants based on the components of sustainable development. This table presents strategic decisions that tourism companies can make depending on the situation in the business environment and taking into account the entrepreneurial potential of the particular travel company. So we can see that there are economic, social, and environmental. Okay, let's next slide. During the war, new formats of Ukrainian tourism emerged. We have identified 4 types of services related to sustainable tourism. 2 of them were quite common before the war. That's inclusive tourism and ecological tourism, but now they are gaining new popularity, and there are another 2 types, absolutely new 2 types for Ukraine of tourism. It's memorial tourism and solidarity volunteer tourism. The main goal of them is supporting and rebuilding Ukraine during the war. Next slide. And there are also the strategies of market participants. The strategies that based on the analysis of the strategies of market participants also showed that they widely use innovative digital tools that includes different travel apps, online platforms, online formats of tourism, and big data and geoanalytics. The main purpose of these tools is to provide access to the tourism industry during a major global crisis. So in conclusion, we can see that tourism in Ukraine faces many challenges, but it has already demonstrated incredible resilience and enormous potential. And despite external and internal obstacles, the tourism business continues to look for a way to adapt and innovate. So thank for your attention, and if you have any questions, please be free to ask. Thank you again.